No, I'm saying I just learned to get people involved. That's one thing.
That's great. It's like me with the slippers. I'm picturing myself like, writing these great jokes, wearing these slippers, having a good morning, reading you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like this comfortable. But you're right with now I like that because it's, I hate to use the word manipulative, but it kind of is, but it's also like positive.
I don't think it's manipulative.
Yeah, I don't think
it's human nature.
It's human nature, but you're also using a technique of like,
right,
you know what I mean?
You have to take advantage. You want to win or you want to lose?
You want to win. But listen, I talked to a buddy today. He told me he sold Amway for 18 years. And he said that in Amway, one of the things that he learned was, he goes, it was called form. You ever heard of form? And I said, no.
Right.
And he said, you strike up conversations with people like like when they're shopping and they're in line for the bank or you just basically, the whole approach I hated because it was like, it sounded manipulative, and ulterior motives.
Right, this one does.
Yeah, what'd he say? He said form. First thing you do is I ask him, hey, form, I forget what this stood for, actually.
Yeah.
I forget all the
story.
Yeah, exactly. I should call him right now. Hey, wake up.
I bet you if you could Google it, FORAM.
Oh, let's look it up. Oh, you're smart. Gosh.
FORM.
Yeah.
And then tactic.
It was like
sales tactic.
Yeah, form. It was, forget. Yeah, rather than me trying to remember. What does form stand for? Sales tactic. Okay, here we go. Oh, F is for family. So you ask him, hey, do you have a family?
Right.
O, occupation. Hey, what do you do for a living?
Okay.
R, what do you do? Recreation.
Okay.
And then M, motivation, delving deeper into their dreams, their goals, their underlying motivation, which helps bridge conversation and how you and your solution can solve their... See, but he actually said the thing that I asked him, I go, how do you feel about the whole, that world? And he goes, you know what? He goes, there's a lot that I liked about it, but he goes, that's the part I didn't like. He goes, because every time I would talk to somebody, I was, in my mind, I'm like, how can I guide this conversation into getting out what I want, out of them? And it's like, as opposed to having real connections with people, it's more like,
right. My thing is a little different because when I'm trying to close somebody, they're leaving with something that's tangible. It's a table, it's a bench, or if I'm sitting down to design something, I have to then try and talk them into the sale. Yeah. In other words, a custom order. This was a custom order, and the color wasn't right. Yeah. But I have to talk her into this. But she's at least leaving with the table. Amway has a bad reputation of what are you going to do? Yeah. You're going to now sell Amway to someone else.
Right. You're going to learn form.
Yeah. In other words, it's like...
but shout out to anyone that does Amway. We love it. We know you're out there working, man. But, you're the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, here's the next one. Ready? Shout out to Angel Jackson. Worked as a cashier in a casino. I cleared my hands every time I handled anything. That's what they said. I was so tired. She goes, another funny, I was so tired I tried to swipe my badge to get out of the bathroom stall. Then was confused for a minute when it didn't work.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, working in a casino's got to get old. As fun as it looks.
I know.
You with drunks, you with amateurs.
People losing.
Depressing. Yeah. No, thank you. I'm full.
I use a garage door opener, and the garage door it opens. Sometimes this reminds me, she said, trying to swipe the bathroom stall. I would be at the intersection going like this, trying to make the red light turn green. I'm
that's funny.
I'm like, what am I doing? It's like, because you get on autopilot. Here we go. They said they used to work in a deli that sold high-end cheeses.
Okay.
So you need a good conversation topic? Let's chat about government cheese caves or the fact that you can get high by eating enough white Stilton. Need to make a charcuterie board to please everybody? I gotcha. One fresh, one soft, one smoked, one aged.
Oh, that's good to know. Because I make charcuterie boards. I don't fill them up, but I like that.
Yeah. Had a bad day and want the best grilled cheese of your life? Get over here and let's roast Gordon Ramsay's grilled cheese into oblivion while we make our own. Cheese is a universal language. Cheese is love. Cheese is life. Rachel, thank you. That was really good. Okay, here's another one from Carrie. She says, same sort of thing, like right behind you. Oh, she says right behind you, babe. 30 years of being a food and beverage server. Right behind you.
Got it.
You know what?
Right behind you.
Yeah, but
that's what they say in prison in the shower. Thank you.
You should add the babe. See, it's different when a woman says it, right? Right behind you, babe. Right behind you.
Right behind you, babe.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it like your Vegas.
$1, babe.
$1, babe. You know what I do? I notice when I'm on my walks, and if I'm not able to go to like the parks or something, and I got to walk in the city, like around neighborhoods where people are out there with their, they're hogging up the sidewalk. If I say like behind you or on your right or they don't pay attention. You know what gets people's attention? When I bark like a dog.
Really?
Yeah, because people love dogs or they fear dogs.
I never knew that.
So if I'm walking and I'm behind you and you hear, and if I go, they're like,
that's a funny little.
They get out of the way.
You know what I noticed today?
Yeah,
and I've been doing it for 50 years. Someone told me that when it comes to street people and homeless people and I have like more of a rapport instantly because I guess I had to as a cop in the subway of New York. But I noticed today I had to walk really tight close to a black guy that looked big and tough. Yeah. And just as we passed, I went, okay. And he went, all right.
You went, okay.
Like just saying okay is, it's more than nothing.
That's good.
That's it.
Like, okay, I like that. Jamie McDonald Larkin, customer service. They said, one of the 7 attributes you were taught to become a Safeway employee, that's a grocery store we have out here, along with take the customer to the item and physically touch the item, thank them by their last name. And he goes, I don't remember the rest because we were like robots over there. But you know what I mean? So like, so I was like, hey, which way are the chili beans? Here, follow me. And then you touch the item and go, here, it's right here.
Wow.
That way they're like, oh, it's right there.
Sabrina DeResta was taught in the comedy business. Yeah. She represents people.
Yeah.
My daughter. She was taught whenever you meet someone, you shake their hand and you say your first and last name.
Yeah.
Which I do anyway, but I never thought that it was an official thing. To get inside maybe or to present yourself.
Here's what I don't like about the acting world. It's the opposite of that. You'd be in these casting offices and they would have signs that say, do not shake the casting director's hand. You know what I mean? And then sometimes they have a tape on the floor and they would say, do not cross that line. Because you know what it is? It's like a cattle call in a sense. Like they're and this is before COVID. You know what I mean?
Well, people trying to buy their way in, shake a hand,
and their hands are all gross and slimy, and everyone's turning it up, trying to be like the part. I
don't want to drop names. I auditioned for Woody Allen.
Yeah.
In person, and we were told, I think, don't look at him or don't touch him.
Yeah.
And I did both, and he was cracking up.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
shook his hand.
It could have went the wrong way, but yeah.
He might have touched me in a bad place. Pacoima.
Shout out to Elba Rosas, working in customer service. Here's what Elba says. It's an acronym called LATTE, LATTE. Listen to the customer, acknowledge the customer, take action, thank them, and encourage them to come back.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's funny when you walk into like a Jersey Mike's and it must be in their contract they have to say hello. They're in the middle of making a sandwich, the door opens and like, Mike.
Yeah. Welcome in Jersey Mike's. It's in their contract.
It has no kindness to it.
Yeah, no sincerity to
Jersey
it.
Mike.
Yeah.
You want a Mike's way?
Yeah.
The first time I went, the guy's like, you want my way?
Yeah.
I said, and everyone was online and I couldn't answer. I go, what? You want my way? Yeah, my way. My way.
My way.
I had no idea what he was talking about.
Wow. It is funny when that happens. I remember one time I borrowed this Rolling Stone magazine from a comedy. When I first started in comedy, there was a guy, when I very first started, I started in, when I was still in community college, right? I was about 19 years old. And there was this comedy, it was called The Comedy Crew. Man, I had it easy back in the day. I think about that compared to now, dude. Oh my gosh. Starting out in Fresno, you started in New York. I mean, Fresno, plenty of stage time. We got paid right away. Even back then, I remember getting $30.
Wow.
$30 as a beginner.
That's a lot of money.
And it is a lot of money. And I remember doing time, getting to do a lot of time. And there was a guy, his name was Mr. EE. And they used to call him the comedy pimp, Mr. EE. Right. And it was called the Comedy Crew. And he goes, yeah, the Comedy Crew. And we're going to go around from venue to venue and we'll make our money. And, there'll be 5 of us. We're the Comedy Crew. And so, but he would set these gigs up, man.
Wow.
He would rent a limo and sometimes we'd leave town and then go do the gig and then, go back. And that happened once, but it was pretty cool.
Nice.
And then he booked us at I remember like we did a gig at a juvenile hall, we did a gig at a drug rehab, but then he booked us at different like breweries and stuff. There was a big comedy Rolling Stone magazine that came out, and he loaned it to me. And then when he wanted it back, I didn't quite understand it because we were on the phone. He asked for his Roman Stone.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, what? I go, Roman Stone? And he goes, my Roman Stone. And I was like, I don't have his Roman Stone.
Yeah.
And then I realized, Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. But one thing I learned from him is I don't know if this is a military expression, but he told us, always expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the lights could go out when you're up there. The sound could go off.
Sure.
A million things. But that was kind of neat, though, when I look back at that comedy crew and we'd go do those gigs.
Yeah. I wish I was in a comedy crew. Thank you.
Yeah.